you this is your first time? Wow, really? Where the heck have you been? We're 8 years into this and you're just now finding out?
Yep.
So the Visit California website has us down as a hidden gem this month. So we'll take that as a win. Sue, is this our fifth one? Fourth. So we've had the Mother Lode here for 4 years, and each year it has just grown and blossomed and gotten better and better. As the art director and curator here at the MAC, I look forward to curating a really good show. And when you curate a show, there's a lot that goes into it, but there's a lot of little things downstairs, and some of you may have noticed that certain paintings are looking at other paintings, and there might be a bird on top of a sculpture that looks like the bird in the painting right next to it. These are all things that are very purposeful. Okay, so when you go through a show, take a look at kind of how the curator curates a show, because oftentimes there is a little bit of humor, and that's how we have fun when you're not here. I want to thank all of PAA, Linnell, President Carolyn and Sue, for being chairs of this show. They do, Sue, you have done an amazing job over the last 4 years of growing this show. It's amazing. But I will tell you that you can't have a show unless the artists submit, and you can't have a good show until you get a good juror. The jury's in a good show. And I will tell you that I think this Mother Lode is one of the better, if not the best, because Leslie McCarron did a wonderful job at curating all different types, styles, mediums. It's not a boring show. It's got a wide variety. There's something literally here for everybody, including, and not limited to, jewelry. A lot of jurors would pass that by and not call that art, right? So I want everybody to give Leslie McCarron a good round of applause. Because I have her a jury show. So I'm going to turn it over now to Carolyn Cunningham. Sue Wickersham.
Yeah, me.
It's me. It's my buddy Sue.
You overwhelm me. I'm so thrilled to have all of you here. Thank you so much. I hope that you're having a good time. I hope you ate and drank and you're happy. And now for one of the best parts of the show, we get to hear Leslie talk about why she chose what she chose. I want to talk a tiny bit about PAA. This is PAA's, Placerville Art Association's 60th year as a nonprofit. I still can't imagine that in 1966 they decided to have a national show. It just blows me away. But they did. Next year, this show will be the 60th, and we'll be here next year as well, as well as the following year. So, I have this slide. I had Linnell make this slide because it takes a lot of us to make this happen. It's jobs that are small to huge, equally as important. The show couldn't happen without these people, and if I forgot somebody, I'm really sorry. I wanted to acknowledge the volunteers because it's a lot of work. We will start planning the show for next year in a month. So it's like a wedding. We plan for a year. It's crazy, but it's a labor of love of the arts. If any of you want to join us, we're a fun group. We need help. And there's, like I said, there's all kinds of different jobs. So get a hold of one of us and we'll put you where you need to go. You have to want to do something fun. We won't make you do something you don't like. I thank you also for supporting the arts and the artists. And that's all I'm going to say right now. I thank you all for coming and making this show a success that it is. And now I'm going to present Carolyn, my co-chair, my right arm for this year and last year and next year.
Thank you, Sue. All right, well, in addition to all of our hello, Annie. Welcome. To all of our very dedicated volunteers, I would also like to extend thank yous to the following: Katie Peak Foundation and the Doug Veerkamp General Engineering, both in Placerville. They have again, and over the years, made generous donations to support our show here, the Mother Lode Show. Also, I'd like to thank Dick Blake Art Supplies, who also made a donation again this year to help us out. So, I'm going to read. Leslie McCarron is our juror and judge. She juried over 500 pieces of art to be accepted into the show, and we have 110 pieces in the show. Leslie McCarron. She is a full-time artist based in Carmichael, California, known for her vibrant paintings that radiate joy through bold colors and playful compositions. Raised in Northern California, she discovered her passion for art early, but pursued a corporate sales career before a health crisis also led her back to painting. Encouraged by local artists and formal art education, Leslie embraced her creative calling. Her work focuses on floral still lifes and abstract landscapes inspired by the Central Valley and American River Parkway. She carefully arranges vases and flowers in her studio, blending intuition with deliberate composition to create lively, colorful scenes. Her landscapes evoke movement and emotion through improvisation and memory. Since 2017, Leslie has gained recognition through social media, gallery exhibitions, and awards, including shows at Archival Gallery in Sacramento and features in Inside Sacramento magazine. She balances studio solitude with community connections and nature walks, all fueling her artistic vision. Her mission is simple: to bring beauty and happiness into the world through her paintings, which collectors describe as visual antidepressants. McCarron continues to evolve her work with the goal of reaching wider audiences and never stopping her creative journey. And we have a piece of Leslie's beautiful art downstairs, just as you come into the gallery to the left. I hope you have a chance to take a look at it. It is my pleasure to introduce our juror and judge for the 59th annual Mother Lode exhibition, Leslie McCarron. She's so good.
Thank you, everybody. It's really, really exciting to be here, especially after all. Uh-oh.
I forgot my job.
Oh yeah, she's my clicker.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. So anyhow, it's really an honor to be here, and I'm so grateful to both Sue and Carolyn for asking me to judge this year's 59th National Mother Lode Show. I love art. I love all kinds of art. It excites me. I'm not a one genre kind of art lover girl, as you can probably tell by this show. So the idea of, I know Carolyn said 500 pieces. In reality, there was almost 600 pieces. And I had to whittle that down to the 110 that you see here today. Quite honestly, it was not easy. I wish I could have included more, but we had a limited space. So that was the number that I came to. So I also want to tell you that the talent was immense. It was incredible. And I also know from personal experience that you don't always get into a show like this. And, but each judge is different. They have a unique vision. So all you artists out there, keep entering juried shows. Each judge is different. And from the time I was asked to judge this show, I know I wanted a diverse show. I wanted it to be diverse in mediums, styles, subjects, techniques, etc. But one of the kind of things that you can't always really see when you look at a piece of art is the emotion. It's how does the piece make you feel? And that is one of my #1 criteria when it comes to buying art, making art, and judging art. So I will be talking about emotion, and I will be talking about the stories that some of these pieces created in my head. And so when you maybe go look at them, then you can create some of your own stories from what I will tell you tonight. So let's begin with the show.
I'll get it. Tell me to click. You
Click.
ready?
Click. Okay. Click.
Oh,
Okay, here we go. This is an honor. Wait.
yes, that's right.
Yes,
I'm
we're
sorry.
here. We are here. This is an honorable mention. The artist, Rhonda Eden. The name of it, Shout It From the Mountain. And it's a mixed media. And to me, this is a very provocative and interesting painting with a strong composition. My eye keeps moving around this painting, and I think she's created a very good pathway to move around. And my eye always comes back to the yellow, but then it wanders again. I would call not really an abstract. I wouldn't really call it non-representational. I mean, it has those qualities because there is the horse up there, and part of it's been cut off because there's a vehicle on there too. So each time I walked by this painting, I would stop and look and see something new. And I thought it deserved to have an honorable mention. So Rhonda, if you would like to come up and receive your award.
She's not here.
She's not here.
Is Rhonda here?
No, she's not.
Aw.
Okay,
Do you want my wrist, Carolyn?
It's mine now.
okay.
And
Okay,
click.
click. Another honorable mention. This one is a photograph by David Ruderman called Along the Path, Sea Ranch, California. And the fact that it was a photograph really delighted me. And the reason I chose it was because I feel like the artist captured the trees in a way that makes them feel like they are dancing and alive. But at the same time, the trees are happy to let the orange and green florals take center stage and be the focal point. And I like how the dark background kind of anchored the painting, and I love all the texture in the front, all the yellow. I wanted to reach out and touch it, but of course, it's flat. So, do we have David here tonight? Would you want to come up and get your award? You're welcome. I love that. You're certainly welcome.
Oh, she wants
David,
Margaret.
Hot focus.
David,
Let's get a picture. Turn around.
there we go.
Thank you. And by the way, if you have questions, can we save those for the end? Because I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. Okay, next. Okay, next, another honorable mention, Donald Macco, Snow Melt, Oil on Stretched Canvas. Now, this is a quiet little painting that I walked by several times before I realized that every time I walked by, I would stop and look at it. And it surprised me in that way because it's unassuming. But the more you look at it, the more you see there's quite a bit going on. And I also found that Snow Melt, even I felt a little chilly when I would walk by it. I also like the contrast in the colors. I like the blue, and I think that's why it felt chilly, was because of the cool blues. But I think it's a very sweet yet powerful painting. So, Donald, are you here to come up for your award?
Okay, so
We're ready. Next. Okay, so this is Placerville Art's third place winner. And this is by Bev Barnett, called Quiet Forest, handmade paper, cotton string, and rust-dried fabric. I was so intrigued when I first saw this painting, or this piece of art, because I wasn't quite sure what it was. I couldn't tell until I came in and saw it in person. And then I realized, whoa, it's trees. And it's got a kind of a primitive feel to it, but it also has a very rhythmic feeling to it. And I was just captivated. And I love how the strings just kind of dangle down. And it's unique. There's really nothing else like it in the show. So I felt that it deserved a third place with Placerville Arts. And Bev, are you here? Can I, oh! You're welcome. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, another Placerville Arts, second place. Michael Fritchie, Morning Walk in Coloma, oil. And this one, I'm a colorist myself. I love color. I get excited about color. So that was the first thing that drew me to this piece. And I love the saturated colors, the balance of with the darker colors, and the composition though is really what sealed the deal. You're drawn in on the path, the shadowed path, and the fence posts to the brightly colored hills in the background. And the other thing that I really enjoyed about this is it looks as though the artist uses a red or orange underpainting and allows the bits of the underpainting to show through, which to me gives it a lot of depth and drama. And there's just the right amount of color variation and size in the trees to give this painting good balance and weight. The other thing that I really liked about it, most of your plein air paintings or landscape paintings have blue skies. I like skies that aren't blue because it focuses more on the painting. And unless it's a sky painting, then let's paint them all blue. But so this one really focused strongly on the painting and the composition. So, Michael, if you're here.
Michael is on a plane to Mexico as we speak. I could accept his award for him. Unfortunately, I can't copy his signature, so I'll give it to him when I see him.
Okay, and our first place Placerville Arts Award winner is Annie O'Connell. And I just have to say that the beauty and skill in this painting is really breathtaking. What I so love about this piece is that it's very realistic, yet it's not a painting. It doesn't feel at all like a painting, which is a hard thing to achieve. Realism without feeling stiff like a painting. And the way that she did that, in my opinion, is that she carefully set up her subject, set up the right composition and cropping, and then she chose the colors that gave this painting a life of its own. So she's taken a cabbage and made it her cabbage, and a beautiful cabbage. And then the composition, the reason that's so great is your eye just continually travels around. You never stop moving around on this, maybe for a little bit into the center. But the other aspect that I find amazing is the subtle color contrast that truly makes this piece feel 3D with her leaves. So make sure, and all of these pieces, please go see them in person, because as we know, these images really don't do them justice. So Annie, will you come up and get your award? Okay, next we have the Anita Wolf Memorial Award. And Carolyn is going to explain a little bit about that before we show you what I chose and why. Me again.
Okay, the Anita Wolf Memorial Award. Anita Wolf was a nationally recognized American impressionist master painter whose oil and pastel portraits, landscapes, and still life paintings had a loose and expressive style using vibrant colors. She lectured and contributed her writings for articles in books and magazines, taught seminars throughout the United States, and presented a special program for the National Arts Club in New York. She studied with many notable artists in the US and abroad, and her work has been featured in museum exhibitions and galleries both nationally and internationally. Although no longer with us, Anita continues to be an inspiration to the hundreds of students she mentored. This memorial award was sponsored by Joyce Martin, who chooses to honor Anita's legacy through this award. Anita was Joyce's primary mentor in the Impressionist style. They became close friends, enjoying plein air adventures, social activities, and museum and gallery events. After several years of studying with Anita, Joyce was encouraged to take up teaching adult oil painting, which she continues to do in her home in Placerville.
Okay.
Yes. So the Anita Wolf Memorial Award goes to Gloria Vernon for Ruby, a soft pastel. And I just have to say, and I can see it on everybody here, this piece makes me smile each time I look at it. And to me, the artist has captured the sweet, intense gaze of Ruby, and I'm assuming this is Ruby, so I'm going to be calling her Ruby. And then what's interesting to me is I can also get a sense of the massive size of Ruby by the composition, because you have Ruby's head not centered, leaning a little bit over to the left, but then you have Ruby's body coming off on part of the bottom, but not right there, part right here, and a little bit on top with nothing on that side. So that gives the impression of mass. So it makes her feel big. And the way the grass is just, or the straw's coming out of her mouth. And the other part that I just loved, I want to pet her. She has really captured the quality of the fur. So anyhow, I was, Ruby, very happy with Ruby. So Gloria, are you here? Can you come up? Oh, Gloria. Next, we have the Matt Sugarman Memorial Award that Carolyn will speak to us about.
I'm going to read to you again.
The Matt Sugarman Memorial Award. As a young man, Matt spent his Sundays in the New York Metropolitan Art Museum, losing himself in the many forms of art found there. As superintendent of Marshall Gold Discovery State Historic Park, he gave others the opportunity to enjoy art as much as he did by establishing the annual Art in the Park event. As a state park ranger for many years, Matt was keenly aware of his role as steward of the natural, historic, and cultural resources of the Gold Country. He was particularly mindful that many people contributed to the richness of the area, not just those who came after 1849. Matt admired creativity in all media: fabric, metal, clay, stone, oil, wood, ink, watercolor. His award extends his thanks to those who create and preserve the heritage of the Gold Country. His wife, Molly, and his daughter, Elizabeth, are awarding art that reflects or incorporates the cultural, natural, and historic resources of the Gold Rush era, particularly around Coloma.
Okay, for the Matt Sugarman Memorial Award, I selected the piece by Jack John McTiernan, Under the Rainbow, watercolor, pastel, graphic, or acrylic graphite oil on canvas. Now, the reason I chose this one is because for me it is both strong and soft. It is a dreamlike architectural work that balances the bridge form beautifully against the pinks and the blues. I also found myself traveling up and around all of the bridge many times with my eye and just exploring what was going on. Overall, I feel this is a very strong composition and very pleasing to the eye, and also something different and unique. So is Jack John here? Would he like to come up?
It is a picture of
It's a rainbow bridge.
Yeah,
Rainbow Bridge.
right, that's what I
You
assumed.
don't know what that is, because not everybody's from around here.
I got it, yeah. That's,
Just making sure.
congratulations. Okay, this is an award of merit by David Mason, The Little Prince. It's colored pencil, ink, copper leaf, and graphite on paper. Okay, the fun thing about this piece is that I didn't notice the Little Prince right away, which shows really the talent of the artist to be able to put in these different patterns on top, the actual stripes of the zebra, and done in such a way that you have to take a second look. And you can't really tell by this photograph, but this is a very coppery color. In other words, a kind of a red or more of an orange. And so this is also quite dramatic in the fact that it is a complementary color scheme. It's got the orange and the blue. And I don't know, I've never seen a blue zebra, but I really, really enjoy this one. And I enjoy that it's a drawing and very skillfully done. And I think because of the fact that that second little zebra is kind of hiding up there, it provides the kind of thing you want as an artist. It provides an opportunity where people do a double take. And if you can create something that does a double take, that shows that you've got that creative spark going. So is David Mason here? Can he come up and get his award?
Yeah, just to it's just people to find.
Yeah. Okay, this is an award of merit by Michelle Peltier, and it's called Wires. I found this a very intriguing piece. The bottom part is a very quiet and serene landscape with really stylized trees and little mountains. But then almost smack dab in the middle is a way oversized telephone pole. And then running off the telephone pole, another one in the back, are wires, seemingly just going in every direction. So when I looked at it on closer inspection, what really got to me was the energy and the chaos that's happening above, on top. And it's also by the color of yellow. It's by this, all that blue over there. So it was almost like two different feelings. The chaos, the chaotic feeling, all the energy, and then the quiet little landscape on the bottom. So I loved the contrast. I find it very interesting. So that is why I chose this painting by Michelle. And is Michelle here? Can she come up for her award?
This is not Michelle.
This is not Michelle, this is her cousin. Yeah.
She says thank you very much.
Okay, and this one's already got a red dot on it. It's already sold. Okay, this is an award of merit by James Morrison, The Mighty Oak, and it's a photograph, which just blew me away. I also have to admit, I love trees, all kinds of trees. They kind of speak to me, and I especially love oak trees. So when I saw this one, I fell in love, and to me, this tells a story, a big story. It's called The Mighty Oak. And how could you not look at this photograph and not think of a fully grown mighty oak? I mean, that's the first thing I thought about, was how this could turn into a mighty tree. And the way that the composition, you've got your acorn in the middle, the beautiful green coming up, and then the roots going down. The fact that there's nothing else, it's just a white background, I think gives it strength and power as well. So I'm very happy to award James Morrison an award of merit if he could come up. Okay, now we're going to be moving on to the Award of Excellence. And this is a piece by Guy Cohen called The Guitar, and it is made from wood, steel, and LED lights. And I found myself asking, how could so few elements create such a unique and wonderful piece? And this sculpture is really, to me, it's about form, tension, movement, yet it really doesn't move, but it does light up. And the geometric forms of lines, the ball, a rectangle, and cylinder are all assembled in a manner to cause a feeling of tension and wonder. I'm also impressed with how the elements that are involved in this piece contrast with one another due to the different hues, due to the wood is lighter, the metal darker, the arm, whatever is that, what the arm on a guitar? Neck. Oh, thank you. Okay, arm, neck, is lighter. And after spending time with it, I really began to see it more and more as an actual guitar. So, Guy, I would like to award you your Award of Excellence for.
I'm not sure he's here. Guy, we thought he was coming.
Oh.
I guess he didn't make it.
Okay.
I'll stop.
All right. Okay.
Told me to stop.
Okay. Just for a minute. Just for a minute. Okay. Now we have 3 more winners. 2 more Award of Excellent winners, and then the Best of Show. And to me, they have some they have some things in common, and that is the emotion and the feelings. But one piece makes those feelings and emotion contrast very strongly with the others. They're all figurative, and I just think it's noteworthy that for me they ended up in the top 3 because of the fact of the strong emotions that each one evokes in me. So we can go to the next. Okay, Award of Excellence to Zoe DiNardo for Self-Destruction, Oil on Canvas. And I will admit that the size and subject of this piece initially caused me to dance around it for a bit. Yet I kept getting called back to it to look closer and to look further. And I'm really glad I did. First, I'm impressed with how this painting was achieved. using for the most part monochromatic color. There's not a lot of pretty colors in this painting, not a lot of cheerful colors in this painting. The skillful rendering of the figure and her facial features impart a very tense, I dare you to look away quality. It is then that the stories of what could cause this kind of self-destruction start to come to mind. Not really pleasant, but to me very powerful. And I think we can't shy away from the kind of things that aren't always, pleasant. And I just think it was very skillfully done, and I'm very, I'm impressed. But it took me a while on this one. I really, really kept walking away from it. So with that said, is Zoe here? Okay. Now we'll go to the next. Okay, and this award of excellence is presented to Jan Welda for Alexander, oil on canvas, on wrap canvas, on gallery wrap canvas. To me, this is the peacemaker of the show. And this painting restores my belief in the magic and peace of a quiet moment on a moonlit night. How the gentle gaze of a sincere young man can make you really feel like everything's going to be all right. This painting tells countless stories, but all of them have happy endings. The skill of the artist is evident in the beautifully rendered face. The composition is reassuring and masterful, with Alexander positioned off to the right side of the painting so the viewer might gaze out the window to the moon on the large body, the moon reflecting on the large body of water, and wonder. I mean, this painting touched my heart in many ways. And I don't think Jan's here tonight, is she?
She's not here tonight.
All right, well, congratulations to Jan. Drum roll. And now for the best to show. Beth Baylor, Let's Pretend. Now to me, this painting is the distributor of happiness and joy and innocence. This painting has stories of laughter and silliness to tell, and it wraps up the viewer in possibilities of the good in life. The artist shows her artistic skill not only in the rendering of the four children, but also in her treatment of the entire painting. The top background has a feeling of confetti being thrown in the air. And the girls' clothes and wraps let us celebrate the love of bright colors, textures, and patterns. And to me, the scene has a feeling of a brief moment of trying to get some girls to pose for a photo after an interrupted moment of wild activity. To me, this is a painting of true delight to stand in front of and let it take us on a carefree journey of fun and smiles. Now, is Beth here tonight? Yes. Oh wait, did we get one this way too? Okay, 1,
2. Would you like to wrap anything up here? Come on, chairperson.
Well, it's been great. I've enjoyed myself. I hope you enjoy the show as much as I enjoyed putting it together. And I hope maybe after me talking about what my process is, you can enjoy it even more. So thank you very much.
Carolyn, one more click.
She didn't know she was going to have to wrap up, so.
One more click.
What?
One more click.
One more click?
One more click. One more click.
Thank you.
So the show after tonight will be here. So go on, it'll be on the, our website, and it'll be up for at least a year. And last year's show is still there too, right, Linnell?
Yes.
So maybe it'll be up for 2 years. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for your support of the arts and the artists. And just thank you. I'm overwhelmed. Also, the artists may be wondering where their ribbons are. Well, we secretly had a little worker downstairs putting them on the wall. So go check out your piece, check out the beautiful ribbons, and thanks for coming.